Girl Training, an online meal planning and coaching service. It is Tuesday. Just started doing some fasted cardio. I got about 3,000 steps in so far. And I have a very important video for you guys. I'm going to jump right into it and get to the point. Today's video that we are talking about on this live stream is 20 signs that you are headed towards diabetes. Now, this video may not necessarily apply to you, but it may be something that would apply to a friend, a family member, or somebody that you care about. So the thing is, my friends, type 2 diabetes is, and insulin resistance, which leads to type 2 diabetes, it is a lifestyle thing. And there's tons of medicine out there that can reverse it. Good morning, Nayesa. But at the same time, you have to remember that this can be reversed naturally through nutrition. And I want to go through these 20 warning signs. I want you guys to make mental note of these and listen to this, because this may be you, this may be a friend. Hey, Deanna. So the first thing is sugar cravings after meals. For those of you guys who are just joining, Christine with Gauge Girl Training, and I would love it if you guys would take 2 seconds to give this live stream a thumbs up. I am a food scientist, I am a chemical engineer, and I am in workout clothes because I did some fasted cardio and I still have more steps to get, but I am on the move to making that happen. So if you are experiencing sugar cravings after meals, something sweet right after you just ate, especially if you just ate a carb heavy meal, this is a red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. Number 2, constant fatigue, especially after eating. So if you are experiencing a blood sugar spike followed by a crash, that is going to leave you feeling exhausted. You really need to pay attention to those energy things, because guys, when your energy is off and your energy is low, it's not just about how much sleep you got. Fatigue is something that's hormonal. I repeat, fatigue is hormonal. The third thing is if you are experiencing increased sleepiness throughout the day. So unusual drowsiness, needing naps, all of these things point to insulin resistance. And let me just make sure I can see the chat. Never mind. Top messages, all messages. Okay. So the next thing is if you are experiencing frequent hunger, even after eating. Again, all of these things sound kind of similar, but when insulin is high, but your glucose can't effectively be shuttled into your cells, your body still feels starved on a cellular level. Guys, this is a problem. Increased urination, and I'm not talking about the type of increased urination just because you're drinking a lot of water, which, if you guys know, this is 40 ounces, so I aim to get 3 of these a day to get 120 ounces. Excess glucose will spill into your urine and it will draw water with it. So frequent peeing is common in pre-diabetes and diabetes, so make mental note of that. And if you guys are just joining the live stream, welcome. I am Christine Haranik, food scientist and chemical engineer. Good morning, Rhonda. We are talking about 20 signs that you might be headed towards diabetes. And you want to catch this, you guys, because 70% of people with insulin resistance don't know they have it. I repeat, 70% of people with insulin resistance don't even know they have it. And I guarantee you that everyone watching this right now can probably think of at least one person you know that this probably applies to, and that person is probably doing nothing about it. So I know that everyone's at a different point in their journey, but if you have a friend, a family member, a loved one that is going through this, insulin resistance is a construct. You can't measure it. That is false. You can measure insulin resistance. You can measure insulin resistance by your waist measurement, by your fasting blood glucose. If your fasting blood glucose is over 100, if you have a hemoglobin A1C level, which is a 3-month average of your blood glucose, If that is between 5.7 and 6.4, you are pre-diabetic. That is over 6.4, you are diabetic. You are insulin resistant due to PCOS. And yes, PCOS can induce insulin resistance. If you are waking up in the middle of the night feeling sweaty and and hungry, have any of you ever woken up in the middle of the night feeling sweaty and hungry? Blood sugar drops in the night. It can wake you up in a panic. It can make you feel hungry, and you might even be drenched in sweat. So, the next sign that you are on the road to diabetes is if you have belly fat that will not budge. So if you are dealing with central adiposity, meaning the fat around the midsection, this is directly correlated to insulin resistance. So for the ladies, if your waist measurement at the smallest part of your waist is greater than 35 inches, you are at risk. For men, if your waist is greater than 40 inches, you are at risk. The next one is carb intolerance. So if you feel particularly bloated, gassy, and low energy immediately after consuming starchy carbs, this is definitely a sign that your body has poor glucose metabolism. And I do break all of this down in my book, Unlock Your Macrotype, which is available everywhere books are sold. Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Kindle, all that good stuff. You guys can get it there, but I do talk about this there. Now, a family history of diabetes. Is there anybody watching this who has a history of diabetes in their family? A friend, a family member? I actually just lost my grandfather last year to, just lost him, and he had type 2 diabetes, and he didn't take care of it, and is very, very, very unfortunate because he was quite young, in my opinion, when he passed. He was only 70 when he passed, and this can be reversed. Matter of fact, if there's anybody here who's familiar with the A1C scale, I just had a client last year whose A1C was 9.6 when they started working with me. After 12 weeks of working with me, 12 weeks, we took this person's A1C from 9.6 to 5.5. We reversed type 2 diabetes in 12 weeks. This is completely doable. It was 100% with nutrition. There was zero medication. And I say zero, I mean zero. He actually came off of his medication. And this person was not overweight. So the thing is, you have to remember that all of these signs I'm talking about, yes, you could be overweight and have that type 2 diabetes, but you could also not be overweight and have type 2 diabetes. So don't think that just because you're at a healthy weight or you're not traditionally obese, if that makes sense, that you are not at risk, because you may be at risk as well. Your grandmother was diabetic. Okay, so next sign, this is sign number 12. Tingling and numbness in the hands or feet. So neuropathy symptoms often start subtly in that pre-diabetic stage. So if there's anybody here who feels that tingly or numbness in your hands or feet, these neuropathy symptoms are problematic, and they are subtle in the pre-diabetic stage. So for those of you guys just joining, my name is Christine Hronik, food scientist and chemical engineer. Today we're talking about 20 signs that you may be getting type 2 diabetes. So I would love it if you guys would take 2 seconds to give this live stream a thumbs up. You have to hit the 3 dots, I believe, on your screen, and hit that thumbs up, guys. If you never buy anything from me, any product or service, which is fine, I would just love it if you would support the video content on this channel, because it helps your girl out so much. So thank you, whoever just thumbs that up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have no idea what that means. So the next thing is dark velvety patches on the skin. Have you ever seen somebody who had like darkness on the neck, the armpits, the groin? And this is it's a darkening of the skin. It is a darker pigmentation, and these dark velvety patches, it's called acanthosis nigricans. So I may be pronouncing that incorrectly, but it is very common in insulin resistance, especially seen on the neck, the armpits, and the groin. So do you have that? Or if you know somebody who has that, that is a problematic sign. The next one is weight gain in spite of calorie control. So perhaps you are trying to control your calories and you are genuinely putting in the work and you are really making a concerted effort. But the thing is, metabolic dysfunction can make it hard to lose weight even if you are trying. And if this is you, you do need a different strategy than just strict dropping calories. That you need more strategy to it. You need to be more strategic and intentional with what you do with your macros, your fiber, your dietary fats. You need to be very, very strategic. The next one is an elevated fasting blood sugar. So if you are consistently over 100 milligrams per deciliter, this may indicate prediabetes. And matter of fact, I just had a client who became pre-diabetic during pregnancy. And there's something called gestational diabetes. And I'm not sure if any ladies here have dealt with that, but some people, their entire blood sugar situation can shift once they become pregnant. And again, that's not for everybody, but for everybody watching this, elevated fasting blood glucose, remember, if it's over 100, first thing in the morning, empty stomach, that may indicate prediabetes. The next one is high fasting insulin. This is a different test that you can get done. If you are over 8, that is an issue. That is an issue. And it's often overlooked by doctors. And if there's anybody watching this who wants to get lab work done, or maybe you have some lab work and you don't know what it means or you don't know how to interpret it, you guys can book a complimentary discovery call with me personally where I will talk to you. I will look at your labs. I will recommend a program with gaugegirltraining that you could either do on your own or you can do with one-on-one support. That will take you to that next level and help you. And again, you guys, this is a free service. If you do book the complimentary call is intended to give you clarity, to allow you to process your thoughts, to allow you to figure out where you are with your health. And this is for people who are ready to make a decision, but you're still collecting more information. You're still trying to figure out what direction to go. The next one is mood swings or irritability even when hungry. I know a lot of times we joke about being hangry. Hangry is when you're hungry and you're angry at the same time. But have any of you guys ever found that your mood can just take off to a place where it almost feels like, and it's not your period, and it's not necessarily something that's going on. It's not like something bad happened. But if you find yourself just all of a sudden feeling very bitchy, and this is for my ladies, you guys know what I'm talking about. That fluctuating blood sugar, this means that your body has poor glucose utilization. It could be impacting your brain, which directly impacts your mood. So very, very, very telling signs. The next one, sign number 18, that you may be heading towards type 2 diabetes is cold hands and feet. Have any of you guys ever had your feet just feel so cold? That is a very, very concerning sign, because blood vessel damage in the extremities, specifically from chronically high insulin, it can reduce your circulation. So pay attention to that, my friends. Feeling tired even after moderate exercise. If you find that you are getting so fatigued so quickly, guys, that is a sign that you are heading towards diabetes. And again, last but not least, the elevated A1C. If you are above 5.7, guess what? You are pre-diabetic. If you are over 6.4, you are diabetic. And my friends, this can be reversed naturally with real whole food. I see it early, I see it often, but you need to be willing to put in the work. You need to be willing to commit. You need to be willing to actually prep some food, measure some food, drink some water, stay away from refined starches and refined sugars, and follow a plan that is going to heal your body from the inside out. If this is you and you want a plan, you should join our summer challenge, because the reason why a challenge is so helpful is because there's a commitment. It's not like you just buy a plan because you know, okay, today is day 1, today is day 2. And even if you mess up and you fall off, guys, during this challenge, you get 6 weeks of custom meal plans. You get workouts for your macro type. You get a weekly group Zoom call. You get to be part of a community. You get support. You get people to lift you up and help push you. So, my friends, if this is you, if this is a friend, if this is a family member, maybe you guys do the challenge together, because I'm telling you, the money you invest in this challenge will change your life and save you from a lifetime of being dependent on pharmaceutical drugs. This will give you the tools. This will give you the framework. This will give you everything you need to heal your body naturally. And guys, please do not let this go in one ear and out the other, because there are some of you guys watching this, or there is somebody in your life, for those of you watching this, that desperately needs to get their shit together when it comes to their nutrition. And pardon my French, you guys, these things are reversible. These things are reversible. So I leave you with that. If you want to join my challenge, you guys go to gaugegirltraining.com, GAUGEGIRL training.com. If any of you guys want to book a one-on-one complimentary discovery call with me, I would love it if you guys would comment the word call on this video, or you could also message me on Instagram, or you could go to the website to book the call, or you can email info@gaugegirltraining.com to book your call, because my friends, life is too short. You got to take better care of yourself, and so many problems can be solved if you address the root cause. And the thing is, you guys, a medication isn't lifestyle intervention, because the medication is going to work as long as you are on it. But the thing is, you will be chemically dependent on medicine for the rest of your life when you don't have to. You don't have to. So my friends, please take this message seriously. I'm about to sign off, but I'm going to ask you guys if you could do me one favor, and you guys know what that favor is already. Number 1, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you hit the bell for notifications, because there's so many people that are subscribed to this channel that don't get the notifications when I go live, and I want you guys to have that opportunity, number 1. Number 2, please hit that thumbs up button. If you guys only understood how much this helps me on the channel, please, my friends, give me the thumbs up. I really appreciate you all. Have a great day. God bless, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.